This is the Grow My Clinic podcast by Clinic Mastery, where we help you deliver amazing client experiences to grow your clinic.
Welcome to another episode of the Grow My Clinic podcast. My name is Ben Lynch and today it's story time. In my first year of university, I got a job at the Athlete's Foot, a reputable shoe store and franchise here in Australia, because I was studying podiatry. I figured if I'm going to be in the foot business, I might as well be in the shoe business. So I got a job there and would work mainly on Saturdays and Sundays. This one particular Saturday, a gentleman walks into the store, and it was pretty quiet at that stage. It was early. We had just opened. Now, this guy didn't quite fit the bill of an Athlete's Foot customer. I wanted to suspend my judgment, but this guy was looking really dishevelled. He had a bit of a comb-overy look to his hair. It was very silvery. It kind of almost looked like Clive Palmer, the billionaire investor and political guy here in Australia, if you know him. He was a little bit dishevelled in his look, his t-shirt, and he was wearing these baggy jeans and DC kick shoes, like skateboard shoes. So I don't know if he's Tony Hawk's father, but this guy did not fit the bill for an Athlete's Foot typical customer. But nonetheless, he walked in the store this morning and he walked up to the shoe wall and he stood there pretty much as close as you can get before the shoelaces hit you in the nose, and he crossed his arms and he was standing there. I was like, okay, here we go. Now, at Athlete's Foot, they taught you that you can't ask closed questions. You have to ask open-ended questions to engage the customer, ultimately lead to a fitting and get a purchase. Let me give you an example. Have you ever been into a retail store and they say, "Hi there, can I help you?" And then what do you say? "No, I'm just looking." And then that's it, done. And then they awkwardly peer at you for the moments after, trying to find their next in to engage you as a customer. Well, they shot themselves in the foot right at the start, so we had that training. You can't ask those closed questions. You've got to engage them straight away. So I walked up to this guy. I said, "Good morning, sir. Beautiful day outside. What have you got planned?" And he turned to me and he goes, "Shoe shopping." Okay. I was like, all right. Okay, tell me, what are you planning to do in the shoes? He turns to me, he goes, "Walking." Like pulling teeth at 8:30 on a Saturday morning. Come on. I said, okay. Look, do you have any orthotics or inserts that we need to consider in the fitting of the shoe? And then bang! He turned to me and he goes, "I'm an orthopedic surgeon. I don't believe in orthotics. In fact, most people that I operate on did not need to be there if a podiatrist hadn't screwed them up with their orthotics. So no, I don't wear orthotics." I didn't tell him I was studying podiatry. I was gobsmacked. A surgeon had just said this. And I went to my buddy Stewie at the time, who I was working with. I said, "Stewie, this is what's just happened. Like, what sort of profession have I got myself into? What sort of career am I going to have? A surgeon who's seen like God in the medical profession, at least that's the way they're positioned when you're learning, when you're studying. He's just slapped down podiatry. A career that I was really enthusiastically, I had just joined, I was energetic, I was looking forward to this. And that's what he had to say. And Stewie said this. Stewie said, in business, in life, in your career, you're going to find people that disagree with the way that you do things. You're going to find people who have a different approach. In fact, a different perspective. And it's up to you not to have your blinkers on and just do what everyone else has done. No, it's up to you to seek out new perspectives, different ways. You're going to have to connect with surgeons, doctors, physios, chiros, osteos, massage, everyone. And you're going to have to see how they view the foot, the leg, and the whole body and how it all works together. Otherwise, you're just going to be like everyone else. you need to get a different perspective. I was like, wow, that is gold, Stewie. And I said, where do I start? He goes, well, I just so happen to have a friend. And that friend was Daniel. And then that really catalyzed the hunger in me to seek out new perspectives from people in business, in cafes, in service, and in the health field as well, to see how you could take better care of someone. And so my challenge for you today is, do you have your blinkers on? What perspectives do you need to refine the way that you're delivering your health service and your client care experience? Maybe it's that you need a different book. Maybe you need to listen to a completely different podcast. Maybe you need a coach or a mentor. Give Clinic Mastery a call. Maybe you just need to pay attention to your own experience as a customer, as a consumer, when you're at a shoe store, a retail store, when you're hopping onto a flight in a restaurant or a cafe. And pay attention, be attuned to how do they do things? What's their perspective on service experience? And if you're working with a health professional, how do they view this part of the body or health? What's their philosophy? What's their approach? How are they doing it? Because if you keep your blinkers on, you are going to miss so many opportunities to serve your patients at the best of your ability and in a way that they deserve and in a way that gets them better quicker and helps them stay that way for longer. I hope this story resonates with you at some level, but I want to share with you this is so important as we continue to innovate the way that we deliver our healthcare. We need to seek different perspectives, perhaps different perspectives within our profession, perhaps different perspectives in other industries, completely different from ours. And that will allow us to continually be providing the absolute best for our patients. So that's my challenge for you today. Reach out if you would like a different perspective, a Clinic Mastery perspective, and perhaps we can help you. But today, absolutely be primed, be tuned in to what's going on, and see if you can distill down how people are doing things and how you might be able to translate that into the health or the care of your client. I hope you have a tremendous day. Remember to live with passion and serve with care. If you could leave us a review, that would mean the world to us. Share it with a friend. Share it with a colleague. You can always head over to our website, clinicmastery.com, to get the show notes and read more in our blog. There's some incredible practical resources there for you. Otherwise, if you want to come along to a full immersion 2-day event, the Grow My Clinic workshop, we'd love to host you then. Until next time, have a tremendous day.
This is the Grow My Clinic podcast by Clinic Mastery, where we help you deliver amazing client experiences to grow your clinic.